everyone, great to see you back on the Windsor family here. We bring you breaking news, fascinating stories, and little-known mysteries of the royal family. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss any updates. During her visit to the island of Guernsey, Princess Anne was seen walking along the cobbled seaside path, her eyes lost in the endless expanse of blue where the horizon kissed the sea. The breeze carried a soft chill, and as she approached a moss-covered slope, a rare moment of misstep occurred. Her shoes, damp from the spray of the ocean, slipped slightly beneath her. A faint gasp escaped her lips before she instinctively caught herself, her palms pressing against the cold stone path. For a brief second, time seemed to pause as the clicking of cameras intensified, yet Anne, ever composed, adjusted her coat with swift precision, making sure no part of her attire betrayed the moment's clumsiness. Within seconds, she was upright again, her posture regal and unshaken, continuing her walk as though nothing had happened. Observers whispered in admiration. It was the epitome of grace under pressure, a display of poise that only decades of royal discipline could produce. While Anne's quiet elegance turned an accidental fall into a lesson in composure, another member of the royal family seemed to repeatedly stumble, not on the ground, but in etiquette. Camilla, now queen consort, has long been criticized for her sitting posture during public events. Often seen with her legs crossed at the knees, a position considered inappropriate within royal protocol, she has drawn disapproval even from the late queen herself. Royal photographers have confessed that her posture often puts them in awkward situations, forcing them to carefully angle their shots to avoid capturing unintended exposures. Within the royal household, such postures are more than matters of comfort. They are reflections of discipline, dignity, and respect. Queen Elizabeth II, for instance, was never seen with her legs apart or crossed at the knees. Her seated posture, always with her legs together and slightly angled to one side, became an unspoken lesson in decorum. Princess Diana, too, perfected what came to be known as the Diana slant, a graceful pose that projected both modesty and approachability. Following in her footsteps, both Catherine and Meghan adopted the Duchess slant, crossing their ankles rather than their knees, maintaining the elegance expected of royal women. Yet Camilla, despite her years within the monarchy, often breaks this subtle rule. At official ceremonies and diplomatic gatherings, she has been caught sitting with one leg draped carelessly over the other, her foot occasionally pointing upward, a gesture some describe as defiant, others as careless. At times, her facial expressions betray boredom or irritation, contrasting sharply with the serene restraint shown by Anne and Catherine. Royal commentators note that posture is not merely about appearance, but symbolism. It conveys one's respect for the crown, for duty, and for the moment. Anne's composure on the stony shores of Guernsey and Camilla's habitual disregard for such details revealed two very different royal instincts, one of innate discipline and self-control, the other of comfort misread as entitlement. And it leaves one to wonder, for a woman who now bears the title of queen consort, should grace not come as naturally as breath?